as also a proposed restructuring that we are going to do. So the results for the year stand at 824 crores net profit. This is recast for Indian accounting standards versus 812 for the previous year. And if you look, they took the quarter into account, it is 281 versus 277. Yeah. These are all numbers now based on Indian Accounting Standards Index, and last year's numbers are also completely it's all recast in that, so it's a like-for-like comparison. Okay. The second thing which you all have been asking me for a while, and since the board had not considered it, I was not at liberty to speak to any of you all about it. And I didn't, despite reports that I see in the press. So we have been looking at the prospect of restructuring CESC. We had got lots of comments during our various road shows from investors that it's a conglomerate, and so focused investors on power, retail, etc. are not able to invest. We've been getting these comments for a long time. State electricity boards have been unbundling. And we thought, we debated, we've had discussions at the board level. And then we decided it is worth examining this whole proposal. And then we did. And then we had KPMG and Grant Thornton to look at the whole exercise. Based on which, what we've decided is you will have CESC generation, which will house all generation projects of CESC. So, one company which has all generation, which is 2,550 megawatts in total, 2550. 2550. One company which will house all distribution. So which will be Calcutta, Noida, Bikaner, Kota, Bharatpur. Kilometers, I mean, roughly about 35 lakh consumers between the 5 cities. Huh? Including all this. A third company will house Spencer's in retail. Spencer's. The fourth will be all non-related activities to power and retail. Fourth will be what we will call CESC Ventures. CESC Ventures, which will house your BPO, FMCG, all non-power and retail related activities. Sports is not consequential in one way or the other. I hope you all are cheering for us on Sunday. Let me finish. Now, so you will have 4 companies: CESC Generation, CESC Distribution, Spencer's, CESC Ventures. This is a mirror image demerger. So every shareholder of CESC will get shares in all these 4 companies, exactly same as his proportionate holding today. It is a mirror image demerger. So every shareholder of CESC will get the same proportion of shares in each of these 4 companies. What we are also doing is CESC share capital today stands at 132 crores. We are going to increase that to 198 crores. 66 crores is a, call it whatever you might, to the shareholders. So they will get 66 crore of face value additional shares for no payment of anything. Let me finish. So this can't be termed a bonus because it will not be the same company. But you can loosely call it an equivalent of a bonus. Okay? So the today's CESC shareholding capital is 132 crores. It will go up to 198 crores. So 66 crores worth of further shares will be issued to the shareholders in exactly the same proportion of shares that they hold.
Where the 66 crores
It's a gift. It's like a bonus, no? You can't say it's
The cumulative shareholding of 4 companies will put together will be
190, but 66 is, call it a gift, call it a return, call it, it's technically, 198 will be the summated total of the 4 companies. But effectively, you're having your share capital is going up by 66 crores. So what happens when you do a bonus? You announce, and the shareholder gets that many more shares in number. Okay, and the share capital goes up. So this is exactly what that is, though it is technically, as per the strictest definition, not a bonus. Okay?
These 4 companies will become the power companies of the CESC.
It's, I just said, CESC Generation, CESC Distribution, Spencer's, CESC Ventures.
So CESC Ltd becomes the holding company?
No, there's no holding company. Everything is directly held by the shareholders. There is no holding company.
So CESC
Let me finish. I'm not done. Now, for every 10 shares of CESC that a shareholder owns, he will get please, let me just finish. For every 10 shares of CESC that a shareholder owns, he will get 5 shares of CESC Generation. He will get 5 shares of CESC Distribution. He will get 6 shares of retail valued at 5 rupees, which is equivalent to 3 shares of 10 rupees. And he will get 2 shares of CESC Ventures. So the ratio is 5:5:3:2.
of 10.
5:5:3:2. That's the ratio.
Spencer's principal will be 5.
5:5 for generation. For every 10 shares of CESC that you own, you will get 5 shares of CESC Generation. You will get 5 shares of CESC Distribution. You will get 6 shares of Spencer's valued at 5. And you will get 2 shares of CESC Ventures. So it's 5:5:3:2. That's the ratio. So the 132 crores becomes 198 crores. So it's a 50%, call it a payout, call it whatever. And all shareholders, all companies will be straight. So there is no holding company in between.
So will all of these if I could take a question, will all of these be separate listed entities?
All 4 will be separate listed entities.
And by when will they be listed?
I mean, the appointed date is 1st October. It will take us this year. So that will be the date which hopefully this should be effective.
And
1st October is the appointed date.
so more importantly, how much of the debt will sit in each company's books? How will the debt be divided?
Well, the debt is, Spencer's has no debt. Okay, most of these companies have no debt. And generation and distribution will have exactly the proportionate, I mean, whatever debt is there existing, it will just get reflected identically.
Okay. So, any visibility on the Spencer's business, which is not been doing as well? Have we not
Yeah,
made
exactly. Are you through with your this thing?
I mean, I'm not allowed to get through, but you ask now. I mean, no, you ask.
So please finish and then we'll take all the questions.
No, I think you all are getting impatient. So I will. No, it's not an issue.
Please complete.
Okay. Now, CSC's debts are very low. Okay, the debt equity ratio is way below 1:1. Whatever debts have been taken for distribution will go to distribution. Whatever debts have been taken for generation will go to generation. Spencer's is debt free. Spencer's has had company level EBITDA profits for the last 8 months in a row. We don't have interest. So what that remains to be covered is depreciation. So we are covering part of the depreciation, and hopefully very soon we should be able to cover all depreciation. I'm surprised you say Spencer's has not been doing that well. It leads the industry on revenues per square foot and cost per square foot. But, yes, we do have rentals, so that is an additional cost. But okay. So that's the second part of it. The To Be Me, which was launched by Spencer's, our apparel sales have actually been growing exponentially since To Be Me was launched. The first month was 2.3 crores. Last month was 6.6 crores. By June, we expect it to be 8 crores a month. And as you know, apparel is a very high contribution item. So we expect this to be at a beat rate of 100 crores very soon, within July. Apparel only.
Within June next year.
June next year? Come on, have a heart.
100 crore in terms of run rate.
8 crores a month is 96, no?
That is what
In your food FMCG business, what would be
You'll ask.
No, please finish and then we'll have.
Okay. Now, generation will house all the generation units. The second unit of Chandrapur has started operating now. This is something that we've not yet spoken about. We've begun with supplies to the Maharashtra State Electricity Board. It's a short-term thing, but it has begun. So that's a very positive development. The first unit, 270 megawatts, 100 goes to Tamil Nadu, 170 goes to Greater Noida. Now that's operational, functional, all okay. Since May, we have started supplying to the Maharashtra State Electricity Board from the other unit. So now the plant is actually, both units are operational. Oh, I can't say, but it's short term. Whether how long it will carry on remains to be seen, but it has begun. So, as far as distribution is concerned, I think Noida, Calcutta do extremely well. Kota, which was the first one which was handed over to us, is rapidly getting into a fairly comfortable situation. Bharatpur was handed over a couple of months ago, Bikaner on the 16th of May. So within the next 18 months, we expect to start making money from all these operations. And we are seeing T&D losses going down sharply in Kota, where we've been now operating for about 8 months.
Distribution is 8. Total distribution 8.
What distribution
8 cities.
5.
5.
Sorry, so you said 18 months or 8 months?
18 months. Okay. Now the resultant share capital of each of the companies: CESC Generation 66 crores, CESC Distribution 66 crores, Spencer's 40 crores, and CESC Ventures 26 crores, totaling up to 198. 40, 26. So 132 crores, I'm repeating this, 132 crores of shares will be issued 198 crores of shares. Okay. Now you ask.
Real estate will be part of Ventures?
It will be part of Ventures. Quest will be part of Ventures. Quest is part of Ventures.
And the new retail venture?
FMCG. FMCG is not retail, it's the FMCG, there's a difference. FMCG will be part of Ventures.
And the first source will also be part of the venture.
First Source is also part of Ventures.
The first that recast is
Yeah, that will be CSC Distribution. CSC Distribution.
the first that recast is
One at a time.
first that recast is CESCs.
Well, in my working experience at CSC, yes.
Why any bro?
I mean, I'm
CESC continue to be CESC.
CSC. Huh?
First, in CS's history,
I think so, but I don't check on history. So I mean, if something has happened like 90 years ago, I don't know.
So what will form as the real estate business besides the mall? Could you spell out?
Nothing. So it was a specific question. That's why it's not significant. That's why I didn't mention it in my initial things. It's just the mall.
So what I was saying about Spencer was that it is EBITDA positive per store, but on an overall PAT level, by when do you see that turning around?
I think there's no interest. So depreciation is about 2.5 crores a month. So we are almost like getting there.
So could you, you said Spencer is debt-free, but what about the remaining portions? Could you tell us individually each business will house how much?
I'll give you those numbers. That's very easily done. That's there. It's all in the balance sheet. So that's very easily done.
So any logic keeping the BPO and the
Sorry.
business together and not...
No, it's CSC Ventures. So it's all non-power, non-retail. So that's the logic.
So the businesses are big two different.
Sir, any ransomware effect in CESC?
No.
What will the full name?
CSC Generation.
CSC current will remain CSC, which will house all distribution. Okay?
CESC Limited distribution.
CSC Limited will remain CSC Limited.
So that will hold
Distribution.
That will hold all distribution.
And then what rest three companies
We haven't decided the names, but probably CSC Generation, Spencer's, and CSC Ventures.
That will, our business will...
CSC Ventures.
So, what kind of approvals are still pending for this restructuring?
So we now have to go to the National Company Law Tribunal, NCLT, and apply to them, and then the process will take whatever, 4, 5, 6 months, whatever.
So only NCLT approval is pending now?
No, we've just applied. The board has just approved the scheme now, so we now will apply to all the agencies, whatever is required. But effectively, for any corporate restructuring, you need a company law approval, which in the revised context is the National Company Law Tribunal.
So you're talking about the next 4 to 6 months, the approval should be in place.
I would hope so.
Why are you looking at listing the other generation business Spencer or ventures so early, by 1st of October that you said?
I've just got a message to give you the first interview now. I don't know whether I can do that. They decide that. Sorry?
You said that the listing will happen. The effective date would be is 1st October.
Yeah.
Why now? Why so early? Do you see the market condition as well?
No. I mean, it's a listed company. They're all part of a listed entity, so they just get a mirror image reflection of what they own today.
Each company will have a different set of management
management and MDs, all that structure is...
You will have to comply with, I mean, if the law requires that every listed company has its independent managing director, whole-time manager, etc.
And board of directors...
Everything, absolutely.
So there'll be
Four separately listed companies. 66, 66, 40, 26.
You have 26 or 36? Sorry.
26. 66, 66, 40, 26. 1/3 generation, 1/3 distribution, 1/3 everything else.
So you said you have been carrying out roadshows. So does it mean after the...
No. We are regularly meeting with investors. So that's a part of a regular investor relations exercise.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/etnow.